Hi, I'm Gabriel Lewis, and you tuned in to I'm Fat and I'm Not Ashamed. Yes, you did. I'm focused, I'm affirming, and I'm transforming. That's what I am. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this is your first time to this channel, and if you have, do me a favor, click the red button, subscribe, share it with somebody you know. Give me a like if you like it after it's over. Today I want to talk about making it on what you have left. That's pretty good, making it on what you have left. I want to read one of my favorite passages of scripture found in Matthew 14, verses 15 through 21. I'm going to give you a little Bible lesson right here today. Toward evening, the disciples approached him. We're out in the country and it's getting late, Jesus. Dismiss the people so they can go to the villages and get some supper. But Jesus said, there's no need to dismiss them. You give them supper. That's what I like about Jesus. You know, that's deep. You know, people in your life, they've been sitting here listening to Jesus talk all day, all the way from morning time, and here it is evening. You know, there's some people that would just dish you like that. You know, some folk out there with high blood pressure and sugar diabetes. Some folk ain't took their medicine, and they're going to send them away without eating. But I thank God that Jesus is concerned. Look at what verse 17 says. All we have are 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish, they said. Jesus said, then bring them here. Then he had the people sit on the grass. He took the 5 loaves and 2 fish, lifted his face to heaven in prayer, blessed, broke, and gave the bread to the disciples. The disciples then gave the food to the congregation, and they all ate and they're filled. They gathered 12 baskets of leftovers. About 5,000 were fed. Man, you talking about a miracle. You know, one thing I discovered about this passage, you know, most people talk about, you know, the miracle of the feeding of the 5,000 with 2 fish, 5 barley loaves. One of the things that always captures my attention is here. Look at what the text says at the end. And after they had filled and satisfied themselves, they gathered enough to fill up 12 baskets full of leftovers. Man, you're talking about a miracle. Okay, let's say you don't believe in God, you don't believe in the scriptures, but miracles do happen. Yeah, you talking about leftovers? My mama was a master at it, man. I didn't even know that some of our meals were really consisted of leftovers. I thought it was a full blown up meal. You know, every time we would eat beef on Monday or Tuesday, oh, nice roast beef, man, mama had them carrots and peas and onions all up in there. But didn't know that on Thursday that she made what we call hash. You know what she did? She cut up that leftover beef, threw some onions, extra onions in there, took that little bit of carrots that was left, threw in there, took some peas, and if some corn was left, you know what mama called it? It was a meal. We didn't know it was leftovers put together, but that's how mama was, making it on leftovers. Man, I don't know about you, but some of the best meals I've had has been leftovers. Black-eyed peas ain't really black-eyed peas until you had them the next day. Collard greens ain't collard greens until you had the leftovers on the next day. But listen, I want to tell you a story, and I'm through with this one. This is a short one today. I want to tell you a story about secretary called a pastor late one night, and church had been broken into, and man, she was in an uproar, and she was telling pastor, you got to get over here. They broke into church and they took a lot. So you know, pastor came, you know, he showed up, and man, she had a clipboard and a pen, and she was just writing. She said, oh pastor, they took the computer, and pastor, they took this and they took that. And the pastor looked at it, he said, darling, he said, I'm not concerned about what they took. He said, make me a list of what we got left. Wow. You know, that's a lesson for me in life. You know why? Because like me, I'm sure many of you, life has stolen some precious things from you. But you know, you can't focus on what was taken. You can't focus on the bad relationship that was taken. There's life after theft. There's life after storms. There's life after misery. I know divorce is hard, it's rough. I've handled a lot of them. I've dealt with members who were struggling, who were separating. It's not easy, but it is life after divorce. I know rape and I know molestation is bad, it's rough. It's even unmanageable in many people's mind. But there are many people that I've seen who made it even through rape and being molested. There's life after that. There's life after addiction. I'm living proof. I'm living proof. It's rough. It's hard. But I'm living proof that there's life after addiction. Some people don't make it. But I'm one of the ones who did. There's life after death. Man, that was a hard one for me. You know, two of the hardest deaths that I faced was my mother and my grandfather. You know, and even though I knew death occurred, even though I had been to funerals, man, until my mama died and my granddaddy died, death wasn't really a reality. But you know what? As hard as it was, there's life. I made it this far. You know, there's life after bankruptcy. Man, I could take you through some things there. But you know what? As hard as being robbed of relationships, robbed of finances, robbed of opportunities, there's something left. And here's what I want you to do. Just like on one of the other videos, I told you, make a list of your why. I want to challenge you on this video. Make a list of what you have left. Because, you know, life has a tendency, you know, your mind plays tricks on you. Because the more you rehearse it, what was taken, what was done to you wrong, how you weren't treated fair, it really makes the situation worse. So here's my assignment for you. Get your piece of paper, get your pen, here's your homework. Get out a piece of paper and say, what do I have left? I don't want you to focus on what was taken from you this night forward, this day forward. I want you to just start writing down. You know, I got some things that I want to share with you of what I got left. If you listen to some of my other videos, you've heard the testimony that I've sent. Almost 4 months ago now, I guess it's pretty much close to it. I almost left this earth. I almost died. And man, you're talking about a scary situation. You know, but the thing that I'm thankful for, and that's my number one thing that I'm glad I got left, guess what? I'm still alive. Even though the sickness was rough, even though it took a toll on my mind, it took a toll on my body, took a toll on my finances, took a toll on my family. You know what I'm grateful for today? That I'm still breathing. Not as good as I used to, but I'm still breathing. But number two, you know, second thing I discovered I got left, hey man, I'm really getting better. I couldn't talk this strong a few months ago. I had struggles in my respiratory system, in taking a breath, even with the energy to be able to talk. It was sharp, man. But number three, I'm even walking better. Yeah, I can't run a marathon, I can't do all of that, but I could walk a little bit today. I took a trip to the park today for the first time in a long time. Went over and walked by the pool, walked by a playground, said, that felt pretty good being out in the wind. I got something left, y'all. Third thing I got left that I found, I should say the fourth thing. Guess what, man? I got my joy back. I didn't have this for a while, man. You know, when you lose everything, when you lose your opportunities, when you lose your job, when you lose your house, when you lose friends, when you lose your hope, even when you lose your faith. Yeah, that's the next thing that I got back. My faith had got misplaced. And don't look at me funny. Don't look at me with that eye. You lost some faith at certain times in your life. And if you haven't, you buckle up, buddy. You hold on. You got some rough days. You know, one of the main subjects, one of the main topics that Jesus preached to the disciples over and over, and they walked with him, man. They watched him perform the miracles. They watched him heal the sick. But you know, one of the most frequent message he said over and over again, here was a question he asked. Where's your faith? Man, you've been here with me. You watched me feed these 5,000. You watched me turn water into wine. But where is your faith? Man, life knocked the faith out of me. I'll say it again. Life knocked the faith out of me. But God challenged me like I'm challenging you. Rather than complain what was taken, I ain't got time to worry about who did, what they did, and all that. This video ain't about that. Life ain't about that. My life now is about what do I have left and how am I going to use that. A couple more things and I'm through with this. And then this will be the last one. I got my mission back. Yeah, man, I got my mission. I got my purpose. I got my assignment back. When you're dying, when you're struggling to live, other people ain't really first on your mind, man. When I was looking at the fact that I was drifting, that I was leaving this earth, wasn't thinking about nobody else but me, man, trying to breathe, trying to get strong. But you know what? I got my mind now back on my mission. My name is Gabriel. And if you read the Bible, studied the Bible, you know that Gabriel means messenger of God. Got my mission back, man. I know that I've been gifted. I know that I've been called to motivate people, to help people, to inspire people, to give them a message of hope, to give them a message from God's word that no matter what situation that they may face in life, and man, you know what? You discover some things when life go wacky. Sometimes, my sisters and brothers, sometimes God will allow you to go all the way down to the bottom just to remind you that He's still God and He has all control. So I want to encourage somebody tonight that stop worrying about what you lost. Stop worrying about what was stolen and start focusing on, man, what do I have left? I'm Gabriel and I'm fat and I'm not ashamed. Why? Because I'm focusing on me now. You know what that's going to do? By me focusing on me, it's going to allow me to help you. I'm affirming me. I'm building me up. I'm building my mind up. And by me getting my mind together, I'm going to be able to affirm you. And then you know what? I'm transforming myself. The reason I say I'm fat and not ashamed, because I'm getting the victory. Was 650 down the last doctor's visit. I was down to about 440. I know a lot of people say, man, that ain't nothing, but trust me, that's over 200 pounds. You carry 200 pounds and see how that it is. Listen, I'm getting ready to leave you, but remember, click that subscribe button. Man, if this helped you, if you know anybody that needs to hear just a little bit of what I said, make sure you push share and you push like. I'm Gabriel and I'm fat and I'm not ashamed. I'll see you on next time.